I've made a new Discord server for discussions and RotMG memes or whatever you want to post. Joining link is in the description. Reed here. Today we're gonna look at the unobtainable items in Realm of the Mad Gods, and we haven't seen this idea anywhere else, right? Yeah, we haven't. So today we're gonna discuss that, and I will tell you straight off the bat that I'm not going to include items I did on my rarest items lists, which is the part 1 and 2. These items will be brand new. You might not have heard of most of them. You don't have to tell me that you have, What I'm trying to say is that feel free to leave some correction in the comments if you feel like it, but just don't do it for the sake of it. Being a social justice warrior is dead. So first unobtainable item is the Minion Armor. I've tried to get this armor for 70 voids and I haven't got it, so seems about right. Guys, I'm kidding. That's number 2. Moving on. First up, the Creator's Ring. You probably haven't seen or heard of this item before. Maybe. This item is almost as powerful as the Minor Defense. With 900 and... not that number? 99,999 HP and 99,999 vitality and 5,000 attack. This ring is absolutely insane with only 1,500 feet power. It is dropped in a white bag, but it's unobtainable, so you'll probably never see it. As suggested on RotMG, only accounts with the ability to summon items have access to this item. Now, the next items on this list I have covered before in the rarest items video. It is the admin items. So in the end, I managed to sneak something in I've used before. Next item I'm covering is the Crown. 20 plus attack, 20 plus speed, 60 plus vitality, and 700 whiz. Makes it a very good ring for your Necromancer. If there's something that represents balance in this game, it's this item. This item could be seen on the Legends list during the hacking in 2013 and 2014. This Swatsig guy really knows what he's doing. Along with the other armors, Tier 14 and Tier 13 weapons, and the 1000-shot bow that was leaked during this hack, these items have now been re-added, so we're not going to include those. Now, this item might be a little hard to obtain, closer to unobtainable. But I really like the sprite. It looks very formal, very royal, just like a crown should look. I hope they would add this in a future update, just where it changes a little. Maybe on Oryx the Mad God 3. That would be a reasonable addition. Now for a quick cameo of an honorable item that is obtainable, but it's just very hard to obtain, is the Heart of Gold Prism. A reskin of the Tier 0 decoy prism that drops in the belladonna from a white bag. I just think this item looks really cool. And the sprite, awesome. Next, now unobtainable item is the Red Veteran of 2017 item, which spawned 4 entities or sprites. That is the Spectral Sentry, 2 gravestones, and Sile, which is an admin. What the fuck? This item was usable again and again, with a 902nd or 15-minute cooldown. This item was given if you successfully completed the community event in winter 2017, and you can't obtain it now. Next, the Candy of Familiar Spells and the Haunted Cemetery Halloween event key. These items are very hard to obtain. Almost as hard as getting the Battle of the Nexus and the Belladonna's key, which doesn't drop anymore. This item could be obtained by killing the Candy Pumpkin chest, which dropped in the Halloween Nexus at the end of the maze you completed in the 2017, of course. Go ahead and educate yourself on that one. I didn't play during the 2017 event. Next up on the list is the Apple of Semi-Maxing and Apple of Extreme Maxing. There were made 2 variations of this item. The first variation only maxes all your stats from 1 to 6th and adds a 20 plus on each of the stats as well. It would also instantly grant you level 20 and add a backpack to your character. This item was only obtainable during the testing on servers, which a player could try out the free mystery box that was given during the testing, and you would receive this item. Just that this item has been obtainable is insane, but it wasn't on the original or official RotMG servers. And then of course there's the Apple of Extreme Maxing, which is not available for any player at all. It has 100,000 feet power and adds 2,000 to each of your stats, as well as maxing it and adds a backpack to your character. It's pretty insane. Next up we have the Death Test Sword, which is a sword used for testing monsters' defense. It has a damage of 100, one shot, and it looks like the Golden Sword. Not much to say about this one, but it's just a testing item for the developers of this game. Fun fact, the only item limited to only be used by admins and is obtainable is the Admin Prism as the only ability. It also has the highest feet power visualized in the game, along with the others that has 100,000. That was it for the admin items that can't be obtained. Now let's look at the items that has been obtainable but can't be obtained any longer. We also have a bunch of pet skins, which I believe isn't obtainable now. It says TBA on drop location. I don't know what that stands for. Take Back America? I have no fucking idea, but these pet skins have I never seen before. I choose to believe that these aren't obtainable. But if you know what TBA is and what it means, just tell me in the comments and tell me if I'm correct. I did know that most of these skins existed and I really liked them, especially this PPE Knight. And at last I will look at the limited edition items on RotMG. A lot of them is outdated, for example the St. Patty's Brew, which it says only was obtainable 2015 and before, but that isn't true. And all of these items you can see that they're obtainable now, without taking the veteran of 2017 in account. Also the Pet Rock is not obtainable any longer, which was obtainable in 2017. We also have a bunch of skins, for example the Iceman, but I believe it is buyable, or you can buy it for Realm Coins. Also, the Little Red was given away free in the month of the Met God in 2014. By the way, the Iceman was also given away free, and it says that the Santa was only available in 2012 and 2014. But now that Deca has taken over the game, you can now buy and trade and get these items and obtain them. With an exception. Which brings me into the next category, which is items obtainable only by tokens. Now, hold on a second. We're not done in this section yet. We still haven't talked about this dungeon key. In 2013, there was a leak of the Lair of Draconis dungeon, where the developers replaced the original key if people bought it with the Consolation key. The Consolation dungeon was pretty much just a room where you would walk up an aisle, and in the end of the room there were a balloon, which was named Loot Balloon. This balloon thing could drop an attack, def, speed, dexterity, vitality, or wisdom pot. This key is now unobtainable because they all turned into old firecrackers. Now for the promised category of this video. Items obtainable by tokens. At first here we have the Headless Rider and Rudolph the Berserk, which was obtainable during the Halloween candy event and in December 2016 with the Candy Cane tokens. I could go on for millennials about these reskins that was obtainable with tokens. It is usually UT reskins that has made or has been obtainable by claiming tokens, which is an easier way to collect items. For example, we have the Sprite Full Shield, which is a reskin of the Scotum, an easier way to gain the Janus Shield by just playing and collecting X in the Easter event. A bow that also rarely is seen is the Sunnyside Bow, a reskin of the 1000-shot bow, which was obtainable in 2018 April on the Easter event. You know what, guys, I think I'm going to cover this in another video, because this is another subject of matter. It's gonna be even longer, and this video is long enough with 7 minutes on the board, Jesus. So I don't want you guys to be hanging around anymore. I have to say goodbye to you. I'm so sorry, but you should be excited for the next video. I will soon be starting to edit the Warrior PPE. Also, I have another surprise in the bag for you, which is another PPE, but the character will only be revealed when the time's right. With that, I will say, see ya.